So, good afternoon and good evening once again, and welcome to another episode of Capsules of Love. I am your host once again, Richard Lawrence Sr. And remember what God says. God says yes, a resounding yes. I love you with an everlasting love. I want to just speak for a very few minutes this evening, continuing on our topic of self care from the subject of pity. Pity is a cause or regret or disappointment. That's what it means to have pity. And in the aspect of self care, many of us walk around in pity. We pity ourselves for the exam we failed. We pity ourselves for not being a great parent to the first child, but I try and compensate it with the other children that I have. I pity myself for not living up to the expectation that my parents would have wanted me to live up to. You know, I pity myself for the disappointment I caused when I sang in the choir, or we find something to be pitiful about. And we walk around with a sense of pity. This is not good as it pertains to self care. Instead of walking around with pity or thinking of yourself from a standpoint of pity, how about if we see ourselves from the place of affirmation? How about affirming yourself each day? I am beautiful. I'm handsome. For the ladies, I'm sexy. I'm black and beautiful. You know, whatever it might be. You know, affirm yourself. I'm trustworthy. I am sincere. I have principles that I am not going to compromise. You affirm yourself of positive things instead of walking around in a sense of pity for yourself. Because when you and I walk around with a sense of pity, we're walking around with negative energy, and everything around us is going to be affected by how we see it, how we view it, and how things are perceived. So pity is not a positive thing that we should have. Yes, we can have temporary pity. Yes, when I failed my first exam when I was on Wall Street doing my Series 7 exam, I failed the exam Series 7 for the first time. As a matter of fact, I failed it 2 times before I passed it on the third time. And I walk around with pity for 3 months, studying and go back and fail again. Oh, now it's double pity. And then after I pass it, now here comes the affirmation. Man, I could do this. And it's true. From that point, every exam I sat after that on Wall Street, I passed it on the first shot. Because I start to affirm myself, and I never allow pity to held me bound. If you're walking around with pity, and if you have been doing it for quite some time, start thinking what we say, happy thoughts. Start thinking about the things that are positively going for you. Start thinking about affirming yourself, saying good things about you, even though others might not be. Find something to be joyful about, something to be happy about, something that makes you feel good about yourself, and let pity stays where it is. Pity have no purpose in your life. If this video has been a help to you, I'm going to ask you, if you like it, it's okay, but share it. Share it with someone who might be walking in pity. And if you see someone that might be walking around with pity, you know them quite well, encourage them. Encourage them to snap out of that thing, because pity is not going to accomplish anything. However, affirm them before you leave. Let them know that you love them. Let them know you care for them. Let them know that they mean something to you. Let them know that they are important to you. So at least when they move away from your presence, they could walk away with some positive energy or some positive feeling about themselves, and they will no longer keep walking around with pity. As we started this video, we're going to end the same way. Remember, God says, yes, a resounding yes, I love you with an everlasting love. Until we meet again, my brothers and sisters, for another episode of Self for Capsules of Love. We will meet again next week at the same time. May God richly bless you is my prayer. God bless.